West Phoenix? I don't know. I have to look and see if I'm in that area. Sorry, hold on. I don't have a. Oh, I have my thing. There we go. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to go on YouTube real quick. I mean, Instagram. Hold on. Okay. So we're just letting them know so more people can join because we have a lot to talk about. There's a lot to catch up on. I'm sorry. I can't really see the comments without my glasses because I don't have my contacts on. But I think the glare is probably annoying you guys. So I'll try to keep my glasses off as much as possible. Hi, everybody in Instagram. Please come over to my YouTube page right now. We are currently live on YouTube. If you're looking for the link, it is in the bio of my Instagram. The shows were amazing. We're talking about that right now over here on YouTube. So please come over. I don't know. What do you guys want to talk about first? We can talk about the topic tonight is going to be about men. I've had quite an experience with all facets of men in the last 72 hours. But I want to talk about men through the eyes of women. because I've been noticing some inconsistencies with how we operate. And I know that they said that women are from Venus and men are from Mars, but I'm not really sure what planet women are from at this particular point, because not only have I seen different facets of men in the last 72 hours, different iterations of men in the last 72 hours, I've also seen different iterations of women in the last 72 hours. And it is a toxic web. So let's just start by saying first, some of you guys are interested in what happened. There was a situation that I had addressed about this man that I met in a bar who presented himself as available, went as far as to, in his first text to me, say, "This is from your forever." You know, obviously there's a layer of like wooing and some delusion on my part. That I fell for a lot of things. You know, there was a lot of, okay, you got it. You got the best of me. But the way this man presented himself as this man of God, lonely man of God who just is out at a bar because he's alone, he's lonely. And I said, well, where are your friends? You know, and it's like, well, there's no one, you know, very vague answers, not, you know, and really presented himself as somebody who was like a viable option for me and was not available. Now, here's the responsibility. Now, this is a man we're about to dissect. He not only is he not available, he not even a few months ago, prior to him interacting with me in the bar and kissing me inside the bar and outside the bar. And that story don't go, what? You know, go back and find the video where I talked about it. I don't want to delve back into that because I talked about it. In the process of that, not only of like a few months prior to that experience that we shared, he was on his knees in a suit to a beautiful woman, smart, intelligent woman. There's something the woman posted. There was a video she posted. She had introduced him to her church. I'm trying not to tell too much information because people know the location and I don't want to blow up nobody's spot. I'm not here for that. I'm not the chick that's going to be like, hey, yo, man, it was like, I'm the type of person, like, if it's some shit going down, like, oh, that's your man. Oh, that's your man. Okay. I remember one of my ex-boyfriends did some wild shit. He had this girlfriend of his, ex-girlfriend, and he had this way of like mentioning this girl out of nowhere. He would just mention her. And I never took the bait on that because I wasn't, you know, listen, there was no reason for me to be jealous. And I mean, at the time, yeah, I was heavy set, a whole bunch of shit. You know, I mean, I was most beautiful, whatever. But I wasn't even at my worst, I was not worrying about no other chick. Not, especially not for this nigga. I mean, because my thing is like, if you not with her and you hear, I don't, what do I have to worry about her for? Zero reason for me to worry about her. Because ain't you over here? You were over there, right? And you over here now. So what are we even worrying about what's over there? Because ain't you here? That type of back and forth that him and I did. There came a point in time where I was trying to get this, like, we had a big argument. And he jumped on the phone with the girl and, you know, was like, oh yeah, that's what it was. They were still in contact because they were still kind of like friends or whatever. And there was zero, because my thing is like, again, if you want to be with her, just go be with her. I just assume you must not want to be with her. because your ass is over here. And anytime you want to go over there, just go over there. Yeah, I might be hurt, but I'm not going to fight this girl for you. I'm not even, like, even when my self-esteem was at its lowest, I'm never going to fight for no man to fucking love me. I fight another bitch. So he jumped on the phone with the girl in the middle of this argument. He's like, yeah, I'm coming over there, blah, 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 or something. He was saying something to her. Or was it like, we tell her we weren't fucking, or we was, whatever. And I was just sitting there dumbfounded as he's on the phone with the girl, like, blah, 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 and see, and this. And I'm like, I'm saying to him, she can have, like, what are you doing? I'm not interested in having this argument on the phone for this girl to hear. I mean, she can hear it, I guess, because you called her, but I don't care whether she hears this or not. You got to go. You're done. Like, because what the fuck is this? And women are so available to fight and scrounge over these low rent, low base niggas. Sorry, I'm just going to go to the comment because I took my glasses off. Wonderful. Okay. Wonderful comments. I sound like a man, not to be rude. No, I figured I probably do. I probably do sound more masculine than any of the men you know. And it's that kind of shit like that. That comment, that's how men, first of all, I got a tattoo with my sister. I just got this hand tattoo. That's the kind of shit men do, right? To like, or if that's a woman or whatever, but it's always some type of attack on a woman's femininity. Even if that was a troll, it's like, even if that comment would come up, it's like, I don't know what men, any man, if I sound like a dude to you, then I wonder about the men you know. Thank you. Compliment a tattoo. But it's like, thank you, Inash. And not the shades too. Oh my God, my nails look so horrible. I broke them. It's crazy. It's but I'm not interested in doing that kind of thing. But you know, I was showing my mother. This woman did the fiance did a beautiful introduction to her church, introducing him as her fiance. And the way this woman spoke about how this, you know, how she was just doing the work of God and being diligent. And she's a beautiful woman, by the way. And, you know, and carries herself with class. And, you know, she deserves this man. You know what I mean? No, not who he is, right? But the presentation of what he's presenting, she deserves that. Unfortunately, it's not real because he's an ass. But she's a very beautiful woman. M. Cater, thank you for becoming a member again, or for the first time. Thank you so much for that. So sweet. Thank you. My mother said, hey, Don't mess around with him because this woman has an anointing. I said to my mother, I said, I'm not gonna mess around. I will play mind games with him, but I'll never touch this nigga at all. At all. And I think he know that. Cause one time he said to me, cause it was a time I was like, is he ghosting me? Like, what's going on? Right. And then he goes, well, I didn't know that, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, oh, well, I hope you don't ghost me because you thought I ghosted you. I'm like, why would I even do that? Who the fuck is a tit for anybody that says shit like that? They mind is on some other shit you can't even be involved with. Anybody that goes, oh, I did this to you, so now you're gonna do this to me. Anybody that moves forward in that kind of spirit, you got to get the fuck away from them. They're useless. They're useless. Because I don't even think about getting back at people like that. Now I'm gonna get you. If you do some wild shit, I'm gonna get you. But if I'm gonna get you, I'm never gonna fuck with you again. I'm not gonna go fuck with you again and then worry about whether I'm gonna get you or not. And you shouldn't be worrying about whether I'm gonna get you back. If you did some foul shit to me, you don't need to worry about whether I get you back or not, because I'm owed a back on you. And that's the thing. Motherfuckers be running around the earth doing whatever the fuck they want. And then when somebody goes to do that on them, then they got a problem with it. I mean, it's just like this Republican Party, this fucking MAGA people. They're insane. They don't want anyone. They feel pushed out. They feel unseen. They feel attacked. Meanwhile, they not seeing, pushing out, and attacking everyone that don't look like them. And so now, because they've done so much foul shit as a group of people, they always trying to keep all the other minorities down, right? Because they know, they don't know, but they think, oh, they're going to do the same thing to us. I don't know, maybe not. I really don't think we weren't about doing no get back on no white people. We weren't even asking for no get back. We would just ask y'all to leave us the fuck alone and allow us to create our own environment and resources and stuff without you impeding on it. But nobody's really worrying about trying to get you back. I don't know, maybe a couple of these niggas, they like white women so much, maybe they trying to get a few white women, I don't know, back, but the rest of us, we good. You know? But also, if they got you back, what's the big deal? Because didn't you just do that shit to them? This woman that he is doing this to deserves better than him. I don't know if I deserve better than him. I mean, maybe not right now. Do I eventually, or have I? Sure. But I'm also a scallywag, apparently. So. Also, why would you do that to me? You don't even know me. I don't understand why you would involve somebody else. And like, sometimes you feel like men want to collect women like trinkets. It's like, why are you even coming over here? You got a whole situation. I don't know you. You have done everything in your power. I wasn't even paying that man any attention. If my sister hadn't said to me, I think he's trying to talk to you. And I was like, who? I hadn't even fully turned to see the nigga. I told y'all when I retold the story, I didn't even know the nigga was 6'5" or 6'4", whatever the fuck he said. I thought the nigga was standing on the chair. I hadn't even looked at this nigga fully. And he stood up. I said, oh, okay. All of that work, effort, all that. Why are you doing that? Why would you even do that to a woman, whether I got somebody or not? Well, I don't know. I definitely don't know why you doing that to her, because you got on your knees to say you was getting ready to make a commitment to her. So I have no. She definitely needs an explanation from you. But I'm trying to figure out, nigga, I didn't even know you, and I could have went the rest of my life not even knowing you. But here you are. Is it where are the mods? Because somebody's got to disappear immediately. Oh, I think that's right, the vertical one you guys can't. Um, yeah. And I'm sorry I've been missing. Aunt May, hey bae, how you feeling today? You good? I hate that I've been gone so long. It's been about a week and a half since I've done a live on YouTube, and I get it. There's a lot going on. I've been so busy. I will post one of the hours from the Port Comedy Show for members once I get that video in. But here we are. So I just wanted to apologize, everybody. Thank you for bearing with me. And thank you to all the subscribers, members, and all. Thank you. I love you guys. But yeah, it's like, why did you didn't have to do that to me? I didn't, I've done nothing to you. You could just left me alone. And then I think he has some type of a mental problem, because I'm going to tell you, because everybody's like, tell her. I'm like, I'm not going to tell her. There's no universe in which I'm going to tell her. Number one, I'm not going to tell her because I don't know what he's telling her. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if she would have a problem with this. Maybe she's like, well, we're not married yet, and be okay with it. I don't know. So I don't know her. But I believe she's a woman of God. And I pray that if this is not the person for her, that he disappear. But the thing is, the woman's spirit is very fragile, because she's gone through a lot. Of her testimony that she shared has been of loss and grief and, triumph and abandonment and, all of that. Not abandonment, but I believe her husband had passed. So it's like, yikes. All I got to do is dust myself off from a fuck nigga that really I didn't have much interaction with. But, this woman is in love with a man who thinks it's okay to put himself out there to another woman as if he is single. I was a side bitch one time, and not even a full-time side bitch, but I'll never do that again. I have zero interest in being with a man who has a girl. Zero. Not even for play. So we got to pray for her, that God, and I said to him, I texted him, I said, listen, because when I came into town, I said, let me see if this idiot is gonna. So I said, I'm here. He's like, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm sure you'll be back tomorrow. And then I was like, you know what? I don't even want to do this. I know you have a fiance, and I don't know why you would present yourself as available. I don't want you give me all this information to look up on you and LinkedIn and all this other, and know that you have a situation. Go be good to that woman, and don't do this shit to her. That's what I said. And go enjoy your life. And then I sent him a picture of my ass, because why not? You never gonna have it. So, and I don't know what the what result will come from that, because I disconnected everything from him. He's not accessible on my phone. But that was that. But I think because I was a good girl, I got to be a bad girl. Here's the thing. Who is this? Do they need to be banned? Just somebody let me know before I ban them. Was he responding to somebody who's being awful? Last night I had a really great experience of long, lingering foreplay, which I think is great. So because I was true to the situation and dusted that awful nigga off, I don't know. I just feel like I don't want to say anything. Like I'm not trying to whatever on this nigga, right? Like we ain't doing all of that. But I gotta be honest. No, let's do a poll before I say this. Let's do a poll, okay? Do you guys think DC men are better or Baltimore men? Those are your two options. Baltimore men or DC men? Oh, I missed you guys too. Do you guys think DC men are better or Baltimore men? I'd be interested. And I guess maybe some of you guys don't know. So maybe that's why people are not responding. But I gave an opportunity for you guys to vote. I never had one. Yeah, I know. No, neither. Okay. Isaiah said DC. Neither. I live in DC. Oh, this will be interesting. We'll definitely get into this. Not gonna lie, I have no clue. I always thought DC. Okay, nah, I did, right? DC for first seed, votes for Dana Herb. Okay. Baltimore. Okay. Need me a New York, but I get it, but those are not the options. DC or Baltimore. Not Louisiana. You live in Northern Virginia and choose neither. Okay, so let me say this. If right, born in Baltimore. I love being a Maryland girl, but I'm telling you, ain't nothing like a DC nigga. I haven't experienced a DC nigga in a long time. Let me tell you something about them DC niggas. Man, the way just them niggas will talk, like just the way they talk, you know, and everything. Yo, so I wanted to fuck this nigga, right? And this DC nigga. And you know, I don't be going on the road. I don't go on the road and be fucking like that. You know, I think it's dangerous. I think it's dangerous to, I think it can be dangerous, to just be out here hooking up, just on, and but a lot of male comics do it. They always got some chick somewhere, but I don't do that. So this is my first time really like, you know, letting my net cast in a lot of ways. So I met this guy, and I don't know, like the first of all, I'm only giggling because I'm high. And I'm about to tell this story, and I'm kind of geeked out to tell this story because normally I don't talk about my sexual exploits because, like, what's the point of it? Like, everybody having sex. I mean, if you can have sex, you're having sex. You know, if you legally, like, legal age. But it was just like. He said, like, number one, I've waited too long to say it, so it's kind of corny, but no, I don't want to tell this anymore. This is too crazy. Sorry. I apologize. Okay, let me just tell it. You know what I want to tell, like, the juxtaposition of the guy, because it's not like I'm telling you this, like, oh, this is my man, like this, but it's like, if you take a second to not focus in on a fuck nigga, there will probably be a real nigga available that's like worth your time. So like I kind of like had a situation. I'm not gonna say how, where, or who, where this person, but let's just say they are part of a group of friends. And I think their interpretation or expectation of me in hanging this weekend was that I was gonna be like up my own ass and you know, like, oh, she might think she the shit. Blah, blah, blah. So I think when the I don't know, and this is my perception, but the initial introduction was, oh, this is my girl, you know, that kind of shit, right? And my friends were kicking it. Like, you know, my people that were here, they were kicking it like every show. I have 4 shows. So there were repeats. And he was a repeat. He basically seen them all. And he's friends with a friend of mine. So he comes in, whatever, and I'm just like, I don't know. I wasn't thinking about him at all. Because when I first, but whatever, but I said, oh, hi, you know, like, and then I kind of, I think it disarmed him a little bit. And then he was, you know, and I guess maybe like, oh, she's not a bitch or whatever. And then I went on about my business. And then I said, oh, I gotta go. I said, but you know, guys, have a good time, blah, blah, blah. And then whatever. Then we hung out, everybody smoked, and you know, my friends they were kicking it and everything. And then we smoked, and then we did another show, but I didn't know who was watching or not watching. People were, you know, my friends had access to go to the green room. You know, they had access to do whatever they wanted to do. They could have been out there. I mean, Port Comedy is not a large, you know, place. But, you know, they got little spots or whatever, or they could kick it outside. You know, it was like no pressure. So I wasn't even aware that he had watched all 4 of the shows. And at some point, I think I just was like, I think I want to fuck somebody. I need to see what the comments are saying too. Let me see what. Oh my God. I'm sorry. And if you guys want me to change the topic, we can change the topic also. But I just felt like, I said, you know what? I feel like, you know, I'm going to upgrade my room. I want to fuck somebody. I had no idea who at the time. I just put it in my head, like, the first night. And then I said, at the end of the first night, I said, because he's like, he's good looking. He's got a nice body. You know, he's got like, I don't want to describe him. I don't want people to be like, oh, I know who he's, but whatever. He's good looking. So I said, yo, I'm like, yeah, I'll probably fuck you tomorrow. I said that, whatever. And he's like, oh, all right. And then I saw him the next day. I was like, oh, he came back. Whatever. So I was like, I wonder if he remembers what I said. And I'm sorry, is there... Okay. And I was like, I wonder if you remember what I said. and he did. And I think he thought I was joking. So I could have walked it back, actually. And then I was like saying to myself, I'm like, you ain't, like, don't be doing no shit like that. But I was like, oh, he's cute though. Like, you know, whatever. So I was like, I don't know, maybe if I talk to him and then, you know, whatever, because, you know, we was all talking, but we was all talking in the, you know, we was all talking in a group. I got high. I got so high before my first show. I had to get water. And why are you guys acting like I'm not stopping because I'm high? As I'm telling it, the story is very intimate. And I'm deciding what like, I'm trying to figure out what I tell you, because I don't need to tell you everything. But I'm just trying to say, I'm trying to show the juxtaposition of this guy and this loser, right? Because remember, during this time, I was supposed to meet up with the loser, and we were supposed to have escapades, me and this loser. But this loser is not available. But I already planned to like do somebody when I was here. So I was like, so let's figure out, it got to be like, take your blinders off for 1 second, Yam, and just go and see if you like somebody, like how they look or whatever, and get the ball rolling. I'm not a big flirt. I mean, I'm not, let me take that back. I'm a huge flirt, but never for real. Like, I don't flirt for real. You know, I'll say some wild shit and be like, you know, but I really put intention. And then he was like, I'm glad you said something. I wanted to say something to you, but I didn't know, like, if you thought I was gonna sweat you, because, like, you know, doing this and da da da. I'm like, oh yeah. I'm like, nah, I didn't think it was. Then I was like, I hope this nigga bought tickets. No, I know he did, because I didn't put him. Yeah, the losers from Baltimore, and I like Sativa, by the way, since we're asking, and they don't do Sativa really anymore. They do hybrids. Really, that's the only closest you'll get to a sativa. There's some people that still do sativas, but it's hard. They're really hard to find, and they have limited supply. Yes, I'm in Maryland, and it is 2:30 in the morning. So So I don't think I valued enough the experience. And again, and I have to keep putting up disclaimers for you guys because you guys keep getting ahead of yourselves and the story and ahead of me. I'm not telling you a situation about some guy that I'm about to be in a relationship with, and I'm not telling you about some guy that I, want to marry. Right? I don't know what the fuck is going to go on. There could be nothing, or there could be something. We're not talking about a relationship at all. I'm talking about how vastly different this guy that blew my back out in his bed last night was from the nigga that presents this, I'm 6'4" and handsome, and I'm a minister, and I'm this and this. And then here you got this guy, his great body, but like he around the way dude. You like, oh, this nigga really, he probably getting it in. I was surprised he even stayed to check, like what the fuck are you saying? Like this, you've watched the show 4 times. I know you're not interested in the show. But every time he would watch it, I would see him watching me. And then by the next night, I would see him and smile. And another friend of mine said, I think he likes you. Like, he's really been, like, intently watching you. And I was like, I noticed that. But anyway, I just wanted to fuck that guy. And the reality is that when I didn't drive, I drove here in a rental, but I didn't drive to the club because I wanted to, get high. And so he gave me a ride. Now he gave me a ride to go get my tattoo with my sister. And on the way there, I was like, damn, why did I set up to go get a tattoo? I could just fuck this guy. And we had already kissed. And I was like, we were in the car, driving, whatever. And he looking, I'm looking, whatever. And I was like, damn, I should have just got this tattoo. I should have just fucked you. And I was like, maybe we should just fuck. And he said, no, I want to spend time with you. He was like, let's go get this tattoo. He was like, it'll take us some time to get over there. And he was like, I want you to get to know me. He was like, I spent the last 2 days just watching you and getting to know you. And I want you to know me like that. I was like, oh. And it was just like cool and like, like it was dope. And it was good not to I'm glad. I wanted to fuck somebody, but I'm glad we didn't fuck right away. Because then I had to have an experience. You know what I mean? Like really, like the conversation was like, but I said all that to say, like, it was really fucking dope. It made it like even better. Like, yikes. No, DC dudes are like, no, yeah, the tattoo was bonding with myself. Like, I didn't want to cancel my sister. But like this, like, it's sure, it's all good to be attracted to somebody physically, but there's nothing like just words, conversation, flow, vibe, because before you know, those things mix into like passion and fucking and like it was great. And I would have never thought I would fuck that guy when I saw that guy. I walked, I said, hi, nice to meet you. And I walked right past this nigga And then I did some of the nastiest shit I've done in my life with this nigga. I don't know what this nigga got. He got a lot of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if I'm being honest, I think the nigga might be a jailbird. Because it was a lot of improvising I wasn't aware of. Yeah, but it was great. No, it was great. It was really great. It was fun too. No, it was great. And yeah, he was right. Some of the things he was talking about and some of his life perspectives and stuff was really attractive. You know, anyway, but I hate to burst your bubble. We're not going to be in a relationship. I'm telling you right now. I'm older than him, and in a way that is, you know, I know he keeps saying it's not a problem, but it's a problem for me. So, you know, but you got a young vibe. How he said, you got a young vibe. Like the fact that you have to say I have a young vibe means you're too young for me. So, but don't worry, he's not in his 20s. He's not in his 20s, ladies and gentlemen. But he damn sure ain't in his 40s. And I'm almost out of mine. So. I'm definitely gonna fuck him again now. Like, if I can, I'm definitely gonna. And he's been texting me all day and like really like, but nah, that's not going. He's. I was gonna say he's a kid. He's not a kid, but he ain't a. You know, I need to find me a 53-year-old pastor. You said good for you. Deion. No, Deion Sanders and Carucci look crazy as a motherfucker. And I know people like, well, hey, Carucci almost 40. Y'all need to leave. No, Deion isn't the nigga also going through liver failure right now? Like, it's one thing to get an old nigga. And also, please, I'm not saying nothing against Deion. Let Deion be Deion. I wish him the best health, even though he's been problematic in a lot of ways. I wish the nigga nothing but long life. You know, just because I think the life expectancy problem is on the fact that he got some liver shit or whatever he got going on with his body. But aside from that, the man's an athlete. He should, you know, why shouldn't he make it to 70 or 80? But the problem is I also think that Deion Sanders is like almost 70 or 80. You know, but he could make it to 90. But what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to pick up an old nigga and I'm going to pick up an old nigga with problems. You know, if you're going to do that, you might as well go to the animal shelter and adopt a blind kitten. Because they need somebody more than Deion Hairplug Sanders needs somebody. If Deion Sanders hadn't got rid of so many of these wonderful women in his life, maybe he wouldn't have to go and lean on a 35-year-old woman who he got to pray every day. Don't go, ooh, I got enough money in my account to get away from this nigga. This idea of marriage, this concept of relationships, it is all a farce. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter. Niggas is going to cheat. Women are going to settle. Sometimes people find the right combination. I'm not saying the right combo ain't out there. I ain't saying the right, oh, this was the thing. I don't want to tell, there's one part I want to say about this guy that he did that was cute, so cute. But I feel like if I tell you it's a descriptor of him, and then everybody's gonna fucking know who it is. You know, my friends are gonna know who it is. TikTok says she's a CNA. When I went to fuck him, I didn't have I couldn't find a hair tie. Even so, he gave me his dreads. So he was like, "I'll take mine down." I was like, "Oh my god, I was fucking him in my hair," and I was like, "Oh," he was like, "Here." He's like, "I'll give you this." I was like, "But what about your hair?" And he tied it back. I was like, I normally don't like no niggas with dreads, but again, DC nigga, you know what I'm saying? That's an experience I can check off my list. Shared hair scrunchie with nigga I fucked. And this is it, actually. I gave you guys 53 minutes. You're a Scorpio. Here's another descriptor. No, I can't say it because then everybody's really gonna fucking, I don't know what one of my friends are gonna watch this and be like, girl, we brought so-and-so and she fucked him. But anyway, I gotta go. I'm not gonna tell you guys. I love you guys. Blessings. 54 minutes. I'm back on YouTube. But I need to go get some rest right now. And also, like, I gotta go think about him.